my channel. And today we are doing a Q&A video. Probably the first video I've ever done where I answer questions about myself in my 2 years of having a YouTube channel. Sent my status out there. You guys responded and asked your questions, so I will be responding to them accordingly. And I have not thought of answers. I did read through them, but I'm going to kind of wing it and answer them on the spot, so it's more authentic. So, hopefully, the answer is sufficient and to your liking. And if it's not, then well, I will do another video answering questions at some point, so you can always get another shot at asking me your questions. Without further ado, though, let's begin. And I'm not going to say any of your usernames because I'm not sure if you guys want me to or not. So, in the interest of privacy, I will not be saying your names, but those of you who asked questions, you know who you are. So, you'll have them answered. Unless they're weird, because I don't know if I've looked at all the questions. Anyway, first question. What inspired you to start an ASMR channel? And I've been listening to ASMR since 2011, actually. So I've been around the block for a while now. I started my channel in 2017, for those of you who don't know. Prior to starting the channel, I had been watching ASMR videos for years and years. I'm talking back when like Whisper Crystal was still a thing and nobody knows who she is if you're new. Back when she was making videos and she was popular. Then I discovered Ephemeral Rift shortly after, and he kind of changed the game for me and my perception of ASMR. And years later, I decided that I wanted to create something to have a creative pursuit. And I wanted, because ASMR has helped me so much with dealing with stress and anxiety that I felt like I wanted to give back and contribute in my own way. And so I did, and I started my own channel. And I was inspired by channels like Ephemeral Rift, Phoenician Sailor, channels that are creative and kind of really push the envelope in terms of creativity. As you've seen with my channel, it was never intended for me to just be a basic ASMR channel where I just tap on objects and just whisper like this and do very generic videos. It was never my intention for that channel to be that. And you can see that with the videos that I make. Some of them are more simple because they're just easier to make, let's be honest, but like my previous video, right? It was story driven. I've always wanted to put that kind of creative effort into it. So it was never meant to be an easy way for me to kind of make money or whatever. It was always meant for me to be able to express myself creatively, and that's why I created an ASMR channel amongst many other reasons. So yeah, that's a kind of a long-winded answer, but hopefully it gives you a better idea of why I started this channel and why I continue to make the videos. Did you like The Walking Dead? And if so, there's going to be spoilers, by the way. How did you feel about them taking out the main character? Also, are you into Dungeons and Dragons? I did like The Walking Dead. I was a fan of The Walking Dead since 2012. I watched pretty much up until they killed Rick off. I mean, they didn't kill him off, but they took him out of the show. Once that happened, I stopped watching the show. Pretty much I told my my friend, I was just like, Rick's gone. This is a new chapter for me. This is the perfect time for me to stop watching the show. I had been unsatisfied with it for a while, and I was just kind of used to watching it, so I kept going. But I thought it was a good opportunity once they got rid of Rick for me to just stop. But I really did like the show for a while. Season 1 and 2 with Shane was my two favorite seasons. Really good stuff. And the show has been just declining in quality ever since. And am I into Dungeons and Dragons? I have never played Dungeons and Dragons, believe it or not. I just never had friends that would be into that. In Dungeons and Dragons, you need friends who are willing to actually roleplay and, get into it. And I don't think I know many people who would be willing to do that. So, unfortunately, I've not and stuff. So I have played that, but I've never actually played the formal game. Let me turn my gain up a little bit, just a tiny bit, so you guys can hear me a little bit better. Hold on. Testing. Okay, I'm looking at my feedback and the audio's not the best, so it might be my microphone that's causing issues. Anyway, never played Dungeons and Dragons. Would like to, but I just don't know anybody who would be into that. Now that you've played both Final Fantasy XIV and Elder Scrolls Online, would you consider playing the non-online games in those franchises? And would you do whispered lore or whispered playthrough videos? So for the first question, would I consider playing the non-online games? Yes, absolutely. I kind of wanted to check Skyrim out and see what that's all about. So to answer your second question, a good playthrough would be me playing Skyrim in an ASMR format. That's something I can definitely see myself doing. Final Fantasy, definitely. There's a new Final Fantasy coming out. They're redoing 7, I believe, so I'll definitely check that out. The only issue with Final Fantasy is I don't know if it's not available on Steam. I won't be able to actually make an ASMR video playthrough because I would have to play on my PlayStation, and I have had all sorts of audio recording issues with the PlayStation. So I would rather not do that. But I have played Final Fantasy X in the past, and that was a good game. Never finished it. But yeah, to answer your question, yes and yes. Do I have any pets? No, I want one. I want a dog or a cat. I've been trying to decide. I've been having this battle in my mind for a while now where I'm just like cat or dog. I don't know. I like dogs more, but they're a lot more responsibility. Cats are just easier to deal with and maintain. I work full time, 9 to 6, so I get home late. So I don't know how reasonable it is to have a dog, but we will see. If I ever get a dog or a cat, you will see them on this channel at some point, so stay tuned for that. Do I ever watch my own ASMR videos to fall asleep? No, that's weird. I don't do it. It's kind of like, I don't know, like giving yourself a massage. It's just strange. Where do I see myself in 10 years? Well, hopefully, because I'm 27 years old right now, hopefully I'll be married. Family. Starting a family. Advancing in my career, and this channel, I'm planning to continue. Hopefully this channel will start to actually get more subscribers and I'll be climbing the ranks at some point. I don't plan on giving up. I'm in it for the long run. It's a marathon for me. Some people, they explode out of the gate. I'm growing slowly, so hopefully I can outlast everybody and just grow. Would you mind doing another cooking video? So I did a cooking video a few years ago, for those of you who don't know, in my old apartment. And I would not mind doing it. I would definitely do it again. I have considered it. I haven't been inspired yet, but it's definitely not off the table. Do I like The Witcher, and what do I think about the Netflix series? So I've never played The Witcher. I have heard really, really good things about the game, and it's on my list. It's on my radar of games to check out. So I will definitely pick it up at some point, and I will check out the Netflix series too. I'll probably play the game first before I look at the Netflix series, I would think. But I have a lot of games on my radar, so it'll take some time. Days Gone is another game that's on my radar, just a free, fun fact free. What was your favorite gaming console as a kid? My favorite gaming console was the Nintendo 64, followed by the Sega Genesis. I loved the Super Mario games, particularly Super Mario 64. I put so many hours into that game, loved it. Super Smash Bros. When the first game came out for the N64, I put so many hours into it. And then for the Sega Genesis, the Sonic games, I have probably over 100 hours of gameplay on Sonic the Hedgehog 1, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, Sonic the Hedgehog 3, Sonic and Knuckles. I'm trying to think of any other Sonic games. Sonic Pinball. I had all the Sonic games, so I spent a lot of time playing the Sega Genesis. I think it was my first gaming console. Either that or a Super Nintendo. I don't remember which one. I had both, but those are my two favorite gaming consoles, in that order. favorite ASMR artist, excuse me. Ephemeral Rift is my favorite artist. Like I mentioned earlier, he does all sorts of crazy creative videos that I find very interesting and inspiring, and so I've tried to emulate my channel in a similar fashion. Obviously, creatively, I'm not at that level, and also I don't have to write props and stuff to do some of the things that he does. But I hope that I'll get there at some point. What kind of music genre do I listen to? I listen to a lot of different music. It's a mix of I listen to metal, heavy metal, some hard rock, a little bit of hip hop rap. So Killswitch Engage, Avenged Sevenfold, Judas Priest, Metallica, Lupe Fiasco, Eminem, NF. So it's a wide range of music depending on my mood. If I'm at the gym and I'm lifting weights, I prefer something heavy like Killswitch Engage. Lots of guitar riffs and stuff like that. Have you ever traveled overseas? I went to Canada. Doesn't really count, I guess, overseas, technically speaking. I have not gone anywhere beyond Canada, North American region. I was born in Canada, and I came to America as a small child, and I have not gotten a chance to visit Europe and other continents. But that being said, next year I am planning to go to England, so hopefully I can do that. That'd be cool. My favorite food. That is a good question. I love Japanese food. That's probably my favorite. Asian food in general. There's something about Asian food that I just gravitate towards. It doesn't matter what it is, whether it's ramen or fish or sushi, or food I've never even seen before that I'm not even familiar with. It just looks appealing to me. So I love Japanese food. Like takoyaki. When I first tried takoyaki, I had no idea what it was, right? It's like a fried squid ball. And it's amazing. And it's just, I don't know, there's something about that food that just speaks to me. It's strange. That being said, my second favorite food was probably, I would say, Italian food. Really like pasta and all these different chicken dishes that they have, like chicken parm, stuff like that. Shrimp scampi. And of course I can't say no to a good burger or a steak. So, I lost my place. Oh, what's your ethnicity? I'm white. Technically speaking, I am Central Eastern European. Originally from Slovakia and Serbia. So half and half. I took my ancestry DNA test, and I have some really, really small percent of me is Irish, but not a lot. It's mostly the Eastern European, Central European region. Poland, Hungary, places like that. But my direct parents are Slovakian and Serbian, so that would be a better answer than just white. Do I have any pets? No. Who is your favorite singer, artist, and do you have a favorite album? My favorite singer or artist? I would say my favorite band is it's a Swedish power metal band called Machine Supremacy. And I do have a favorite album by them. I forget the name of the album though. I would have to look it up. But it's from 2011, I want to say. I forget the name of the album though. But you can look them up on Spotify. They make it's metal mixed with electronic video game music. It's very interesting. So that would be my favorite band. Favorite singer, I don't know that I have a favorite singer per se. I guess the closest thing to a favorite individual person would have to be maybe Eminem or Lupe Fiasco. But they're rappers, they're not really singers. So that's probably the best answer I can give you off the top of my head. Tell us about you. Where are you from? Answered that. Do you have a job? How old are you? Curious to know more about you. I'm not a stalker. And then he laughs maniacally. Just kidding. I already mentioned where I'm from. I have a job. I work in digital marketing. My job basically involves me a lot of different things. Writing for our two blogs that we have. Working on our SEO. Managing our website. Creating various pieces of marketing collateral like landing pages and things like that. If you're not in marketing, a lot of this was going to go over your head. So that's my day-to-day job, career. And how old am I? I'm 27 years old. I was born in 1991, so I'll be turning 28 in November. What's your favorite ASMR trigger? My favorite trigger is basically just whispering. Whispering or soft speaking. For women, I prefer whispering, and for men, I prefer soft speaking. Don't know why, but that's just how it is. That's my favorite trigger. So any video where the artist is just whispering or soft speaking, that's perfect for me. You don't need to do anything fancy. You don't need to tap or anything like that. I'm fine with that because I mostly just use ASMR to fall asleep, so it works for me. That being said, if I had to pick an actual trigger that's not that, I would probably pick, like, I don't know if it's specific triggers, but I like randomness. Like, there's a channel, her name is Alyssa ASMR, I want to say, and she's one of the few ASMR channels that actually gives me tingles, because she's just so random and spontaneous that it just works for me. So check her channel out, and whatever she does, that is my favorite trigger. Not sure what to call it. Favorite movie and or book. So my favorite movie of all time is probably, it's got to be a tie between The Matrix or Interstellar. Interstellar more recently, so I'm just going to say The Matrix, because that was one of the first movies that kind of like started to make me question reality and societal norms and such. Interstellar is just a really good movie. I'm obsessed with like time travel related things, and things of that nature. Favorite book, I would have to say, because I haven't read in a while, all the things that I've been reading have been World of Warcraft books. It's kind of nerdy, I know, but my favorite book would have to be then the book about the Lich King. So there you go, the nerdiest answer you could possibly get. Favorite beer, and if you said Bud Light, what's it like being a beta male? I don't like Bud Light. It's like piss water, like I don't like it. I live in New York, so I have access to like the best beer in the world. For those of you who don't know, breweries everywhere and all kinds of bars and stuff. So I can't name the best beer off the top of my head, but I do like IPAs. That's my favorite kind of beer. There is a brand actually that I really like. It's called All Day IPA. I don't know if this would be my favorite kind of, brand of beer, but I drink it pretty frequently. And IPAs are my favorite type of beer because I like the bitter taste. It's a man's drink, you know what I'm saying? So I definitely enjoy that. Lagers, also partial to that too, depending on my mood. But I like the IPA stuff because it's more of like a man's drink, a man's drink. I've got some more questions here, so let's take a look. How old are you? 27? I will answer some of these multiple times if I feel like it's necessary. What's your real name, first and last? Which country are you from? What's your PSN so I can add you? What's your favorite food? What's your bank account details? Don't forget the last 3 digits on the back. So, 27. My real name is Randy. I will not be saying my last name, so you can forget about that. Which country are you from? United States, New York. I was born in Canada, but I'm a New Yorker, pretty much. I don't know if it's obvious from the way I speak or not, but there you go. What's your PSN so I can add you? I don't actually remember my PSN, so I couldn't even tell you if I wanted to, but I probably wouldn't tell you. So just because everyone would be listening, and then I'd get invites from people that I don't want invites from, so no hard feelings there. My favorite food, as I mentioned, Japanese. Any Japanese food is great. Sushi, takoyaki, stuff like that, mochi, all that stuff's great. Fun fact, Japan is the #1 country I want to visit for the culture and the food. So nobody asked that, I don't think, but that's a free one there for you. Bank account details, don't forget the 3 digits on your back. All right, you ready for this? 01350494210000004.1053. And then he also writes, for legal reasons, the last part was a joke. what got you into ASMR in the first place, and when did you first experience it? So I already mentioned what got me into ASMR. And when did I first experience ASMR? I don't know, honestly. Probably as a child, like most people. I don't remember it, but it's probably as a child. So there you go. And obviously I knew it was a joke. So is it better to have something and lose it, or never have it at all? I would say it's better to have something and lose it, because at least then you experienced it, right? For example, falling in love. Some people might say, well, I never fell in love, but at least I don't have to deal with heartbreak. But to that end, falling in love is a great feeling. And then you get your heart broken, inevitably, which sucks. But it's a learning experience. And if you learn from those experiences, it makes you a better person. It makes you stronger. So all those things are stepping stones, building blocks to making you a better person. So that would be my answer to that question. Are you a big reader? If so, what's your favorite author genre? Or is there a book that really got to you? Fiction, nonfiction? Thanks. I'm not a big reader. I'm ashamed to say it, but I don't read a lot. I should be reading a lot, but I don't. I mostly just like read articles and shit online. I'm actually a pretty good reader and writer. That's the funny thing, but it's just like I don't read. I have some Stephen King books, so I would say Stephen King is my favorite author. I actually have The Last Stand, I want to say, on my shelf right here. I'm staring at it. That I said I was going to read, and I never did. So I definitely should read more, though. It's embarrassing, I know. What was your dream job growing up? My dream job was to be a fireman. That's what I was going to be. That's what I wanted to be. I wanted to save people and, rescue them and shit. It never ended up happening because I guess I didn't want to put myself in danger on a daily basis for people in my life. More for them than me. Yeah. I almost became a cop too, so I almost went the other direction. And then I ended up in digital marketing, so. And I'm not super passionate about my job, but I don't hate it either. So it's a good compromise. Plus I have this channel for creative purposes, so that helps. Favorite movie and TV show, so The Matrix, Interstellar, as I mentioned. My favorite TV show right now, I would have to say, there's a lot of shows I've seen, so it's hard to answer that. Off the top of my head, I'm gonna say It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I love that show. It's fucking hilarious. The Office is really good too. Breaking Bad is amazing. Dexter, such a good show. I can't say what is my absolute favorite because there's so many. I would have to think about it for a little bit. But those are just some of my favorites. Best concert you've ever been to? I would have to say I haven't been to too many concerts. The last concert I went to was like 5-6 years ago to see a woman called Lindsay Sterling. She does like dubstep violin music, and that was really fun. That's the last concert I went to, and I really enjoyed that. I don't know if it was the best concert, but it was fun. Have you ever met a celebrity? No. You would think that I'm in New York, I would meet them, but I genuinely just don't pay attention, so I never have. And I don't obsess over celebrities, so even if I met them, I wouldn't care too much, If you could have any superpower, what would it be? That's an easy one for me. The ability to manipulate time and space. Time travel, 100%. Something about being able to travel through time just appeals to me. I like time travel and stuff, so it'd be awesome. You're essentially a god at that point, right? So, what's the purpose of life? I very much believe in subjective purpose. I don't think there's an objective meaning to life. I think that everybody makes their own purpose to life, and you just roll with it. Maybe your purpose is to eat delicious food. Maybe it's to, save animals. Maybe it's to help children. Maybe it's to become the best fighter in the world, to be the best cook. You can make your own purpose. Maybe your purpose in life is just to have a good time and enjoy the ride. That's very much my stance on it. Do you think there's something beyond death? No. I'm an atheist, so I don't believe in an afterlife or God. That being said, I always am receptive to the idea that I could be wrong. So, and I very much hope that I am, and there is an afterlife, because it would be cool to exist forever. Do you believe in love? If so, have you ever been in true love with someone? Do I believe in love? Yeah. That's a hard one to answer, because sometimes it seems like it doesn't really exist between, partners. But I believe in true love in the sense that you can have true love for your mom or your dad or your sibling or your cousin, or your dog or your cat, even your significant other. But I think it's complicated, but I think it exists for sure. Have I ever been in true love with someone? I mean, it's hard to yeah, I would say so. Multiple times. But you fall out of it and it, falls apart. So my stance on it is a little unclear. I'm not 100% sure, to be honest. Have you ever traveled to other countries? I've been to Canada. I answered that already. If so, which ones did you enjoy the most? I mean, since I've only been to Canada, I can only say Canada. Montreal specifically. Do you think society rewards extroversion or introversion? Definitely extroversion. People who speak and are loud and boisterous, they often get more opportunities because people know where they stand. People that are introverts, not so much. So definitely I think that extroverts have an easier time. This world is pretty much built around extroverts. So I do think that you get more rewarded for that with your friends, your social circle. You meet more people, your love life is more involved, things like this. So definitely it's harder to be an introvert, I think. But that being said, I think introverts have the ability to have more meaningful connections because they pick and choose and they're more selective and they don't just toss out their friendship to everybody. So I think introverts can have more rewarding relationships and more passionate relationships compared to extroverts, but extroverts have more of a opportunity to have more friends and things like this. I don't have pets. How do you think life will be in 20 years? For me personally or in general? In general, I think we're going to make some advancements in technology, smartphones. I anticipate that our rights, and I'm talking about America, our rights will diminish. Our free speech is going to diminish. Internet laws will become more strict, and our speech on the internet will be more controlled by the government. There's going to be probably, world conflict and stuff. I anticipate that happening. Not good stuff for the most part. Global warming. So I don't think I should talk about that too much. It's a little depressing. I don't think it's going to get better. Let's just put it that way. Yeah. So let's see. Some goals or dreams you still want to achieve. I would still very much like to open up my own business. I just don't know what that would be yet, but it's something that I would like to do. Whether it's like a restaurant or my own like animal shelter or something like that. I haven't decided yet, but that would be a dream of mine. In addition to that, making this ASMR channel as big as it possibly can be is another one of my goals. Let's see what else. And I would like to start a family. That's another one of my goals. Start a family, meet someone that I can trust and love, and be my teammate. That would be nice too. Still working on that part. Why have you decided to make ASMR content? I answered that already. What is the weirdest comment you have received in a video? Oh. I get harassed on every single one of my videos. So, how much time do you have? I get a lot of weird comments, people saying they're in love with me and shit like that. So, I'm not gonna point anybody out, but yeah, it happens a lot, and makes me feel uncomfortable. But I get a fraction of what some of these girls get, so it's no big deal for me. I just brush it off, but I kind of wish they would stop. please. I'm not interested. What your favorite and least favorite triggers? I mentioned my favorite triggers to an extent. My least favorite trigger is probably eating sounds. I also switched the camera around and my battery died just so the camera angle is going to be a little different, just so you guys know. Yeah, my least favorite trigger is eating sounds. It just makes me uncomfortable. I find it kind of gross. I don't like it. There's only 2 channels that have ever done it, that I've ever eaten that I enjoyed, and that is Morpheus ASMR and Ephemeral Rift. Those are the only 2 channels that make eating videos that I find relaxing. But for the most part, that is my least favorite trigger, eating sounds. Obviously, like, you know, those weird kissing videos and shit, that's not for me either. I don't like that at all. What motivates me to keep making content? And that's a good question, because my channel is growing slowly. And it is kind of disheartening when I see people that like make a video. You know, they just like make a video, they throw some diarrhea out there and their channel explodes and soars right past mine. It makes me feel like it's rigged, you know, and it's not really fair. But at the same time, what keeps me going is it's a creative outlet, but also I'm helping people relax. I'm doing a good thing in this world, you know. I get a lot of comments from people telling me that they use my videos and it helps them a lot. And so when I get comments like that, it inspires me to keep going because I know that I'm making a difference in this world. However small that difference is, it's still more than most people can say. And that's a good feeling. And so that's why I keep making videos. Because I'm gonna be honest, I don't have to do this, you know. I don't have to keep making videos. My channel is not going to grow exponentially. You know, it's going to be a long slog. And I do it because people find help in these videos. And it's a good feeling. So that's why I keep making content. What do I do? Digital marketing, mention that. What other interests do you have in addition to ASMR and video games? I like weightlifting. I do a lot of weightlifting at the gym. I don't know if you've seen my body type in videos, but you might be able to tell or not. So that's one of my hobbies. So I do a lot of squats, bench pressing, things like this. And I also like to cook. So cooking different dishes, eating different dishes too. So I'm a big fan of those things. I also like to do meditation, on and off. So I haven't practiced that as much. Definitely should pick that up again. And I'm also very interested in like healthy eating and nutrition and stuff like that. Biking, rock climbing. Yeah, there's a lot of other things. I just can't think of it at the moment. Yeah, so do you exercise? Just mention that, so there's that. Mostly it's weightlifting and running. A lot of cardio, a lot of weights. I do a mix of both because I try to be balanced. What are your plans in the future for this channel? And then he says, choose whichever one you want. So, joke's on you, bro. I answered every single one of your questions. You can't say that I do not give back to my subscribers. My plans for the future of this channel, just to keep going, you know. I would like to very much upload more often, but you guys have seen, given the nature of my videos, it's very difficult to upload a video every day. I could do like 5-10 minute videos of me just tapping and shit, but that's not me, you know. I like to put effort into my videos. I'm a stickler for quality content, and I can't in good conscience put out videos that I think are trash. So and I have 4 more questions. What is your favorite animal? Dogs. Love dogs. They just have this purity about them that it makes my heart melt every single time. If there's one thing in this world that brings a smile to my face no matter what, no, it's not small children. No, it's not babies. It's dogs. Dogs. That is the one animal in this world that just, no matter what happens in my life, I have never seen a dog that I did not like. So that's all I can tell you. If I would literally kill someone I probably shouldn't have said that. This is going to get demonetized now, but whatever. I would literally do that if someone harmed a dog. That's where I'm at, you know? So, I love dogs so much. So that's why it's been so difficult for me to decide dog or cat. What's my favorite color? Probably blue. I'm not very passionate about that, honestly. It's not like a big thing, like blue's my color, you know, for now and forever. I generally wear black most of the time, but blue, I guess. How come you enjoy creating fact videos? Well, I mean, I like learning new things. I'm always trying to keep myself mentally stimulated, and I'm always trying to learn things. And fact videos, I think, are videos that not a lot of people are making very often. So that kind of differentiates me a little bit. I've even seen people comment like, oh, hey, you're the fact video guy. So it does help me stand out a little bit. But I like learning new things. I very much believe in I have to keep my brain active. I have to keep learning new things no matter what. No matter how old I get, I have to keep going because life is all about learning and keeping yourself active mentally. That's the only way you're going to keep growing. Never be satisfied with where you are. Always strive to continue to be better. And that's what I think these videos do for me and also for you guys too. Also, will there be more videos with Georgie? So that's the last question. Georgie is, I think, the most liked character by you guys, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, there will definitely be more videos of Georgie. I really enjoy playing Georgie, the character, because it's just an opportunity for me to address masculinity and men in the context of a character. So it makes me feel more, I feel less pressure to talk about it because I'm in the context of a character and a personality. Although things that he says are very much what I believe. So it's an extension of my actual beliefs. But that being said, he's just a fun character to play. I enjoy playing that character. So there will be definitely more videos with Georgie. And I'm also going to try and create more characters that are memorable. As you guys may have seen in my previous video, I had Henry Leviticus Cornwall, who I hope is going to turn out to be a very memorable character for you guys as well. All of these characters are in my universe that I call the Traveler Universe. Check out the playlist on my channel if you have not seen any of these videos. I am trying to create my own property, really, my own universe of characters. As I start investing in props, hopefully they'll become more memorable, but that is the goal. Georgie's one of those characters in that universe. The main character of this universe being Cyrus, who is basically just me, in a way. Regular guy trying to, put money away for his family by working for the government, traveling through parallel universes. So, that is the goal there, right? So, we've got Georgie, we've got Henry Leviticus Cornwall, we've got Cyrus, we've got Dr. Alucard. Who else do we have? There's probably more characters, I don't remember. We've got the therapist. I think it's 5 characters so far. There's probably more. I'm gonna start like a wiki or something to keep track of all these characters. But yeah, definitely more videos with Georgie. But yeah, that is all the questions that you guys have had. Hopefully I answered all of them. And if I missed anything, feel free to leave a comment asking your question. I will make a note of it and I will make another video eventually, could be 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, whatever, and answer your question. So, thank you guys. I appreciate you. I really do. And have a good night. And I'll see you in the next one.